Wow, what do you know? Thanks to UFC breaking the news about UFC 226, about Brock Lesnar coming out to make his appearance almost immediately as the news broke across the internet that Brock was in attendance at UFC 226. He pretty much came out with Dana White to ringside. I flipped onto the stream to watch the fight. To basically see what the buildup was for Brock being there. UFC fans were even excited for him to be there. The word out on the street is that Brock Lesnar is going to fight the winner of this fight in Madison Square Garden in a November pay-per-view. So here we go with Daniel Cormier going up against Miocic in the main event. This one was supposedly supposed to go the distance. This was a little bit of a super fight. We have the UFC heavyweight champion going up against the light heavyweight champion. You know, very few times have we had someone try to go from one weight class to the other. Of course, we had, there was a guy who was not able to do it a few years ago. And of course, Conor McGregor was able to do it after defeating Albo, and then he would go on and defeat, I can't remember who he won in that last fight. It was a long damn time ago, I'll say, the last time that we saw him fighting in UFC. But Daniel Cormier, now the double champion at UFC, setting up the fight against Brock Lesnar. This one went all the way to the end of the first round. I believe this fight was stopped with, I believe, 10 seconds left. There was no way for Miocic to be saved by the clock. Cormier was on top of him. He was pounding the lights out of him. It was all she wrote. Daniel Cormier takes the belt. I'm really surprised to see Daniel Cormier against Brock Lesnar. My first thoughts out of my mind is that Cormier would be undersized to go up against Brock, but then against Cormier, you know, he's fought up against the likes of John Jones. He won this fight against Miocic in a fight that many people thought that he wasn't going to win. So we'll see. We'll have to see where we go from here. But Daniel Cormier ends UFC 226 as the double champion of UFC.